Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do want to thank all of you for attending this preview of my upcoming show. Actually, I do prefer to call it a reception, because, as you can see, there are some people who have just arrived, and I do want you to meet them. Oh, now, it's quite possible that you have met some of them before, at some time or another, because they come from all walks of life, all marches of time. They are those members of humanity, perhaps whom you have always wished to stare, or examine, or scrutinize in an attempt to experience what it's like to live their
You won't be sorry you came to me.
Ladies and gentlemen...
Even if it did take 6 phone calls.
7.
Wait till you see this guy's work. You see, I'm doing a term paper on Henry Roberts statues.
Indeed.
So far, I've just seen pictures of them, but now I'll get to see them up close. They're so realistic, they will blow your socks off.
And may I suggest, here we stand. Gentlemen?
Oh, look at the detail. The hair, the fingernails, the wrinkles. Yet these are statues, Diana. Can you believe it? Ah, he is a genius. He's a genius. Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Well, it's quite all right. No harm done. No harm done.
Not even a dent. Mr. Roberts, I've got to know how you make these statues.
And I am afraid I have got to keep that a secret.
Oh, but I'm doing a term paper in your statue.
Harold, I don't think that's going to impress him.
Bingo.
Of course, it's because they are so lifelike that critics put them down. Art seeks to interpret life, not merely to imitate it.
Harold, I've really enjoyed the art lecture, but I've got to go.
Oh, surely you're not going to leave now when we finally have a chance to talk, Ms.
Prince, Diana Prince. And I really do have to go. I found your work so intriguing that I'm 15 minutes late already.
No, you stay and talk. I'll get the car and bring it around. Butter him up, try to make him tell you his technique.
Harold? I drove.
Car's in the shop.
Tell me, is Senator Farnham's son your usual escort?
There are many words I could use to describe Harold. Usual is by no means one of them.
Excuse me, but I know for a fact that this isn't your car.
Well, one of us made a mistake. You.
Hey, look.
Start marching. Come on. Go to the left. Stop.
Whatever you plan to do with me, you're not going to get away with it. I know Diana Prince. She isn't going to like what you did to her car. Whatever you plan to do to me. You hear me? You hear me? Oh, Harold, you chump.
You mean some guy pulled a gun on Harold Farnham and left a poem in your car?
One of several missing treasures, number 9 as of today. Find the method to this madness, for I'm soon to steal away.
Real catchy. Has Ira taken a look at this?
Yeah, he scanned it for fingerprints and tried to trace those letters. Nothing.
Well, one thing we know for sure is that whoever left this in your car has been stealing art objects and wants to brag about it. What is this glass bowl? Have you checked it out?
It's famous Hollenbeck crystal, and it was stolen about 2 weeks ago from a private collector in Alexandria. But Ira did come up with a list of names, people who might know where it is.
Ah, a list of fences.
Mm-hmm. He says our most likely candidate is one Schubert going down on St. Paul. I'll give him your regards if the charade that I'm going to play works.
And now, wait a minute, Diana. We could let the police handle this, you know.
Yes, but we were the ones that were tipped off to these robberies. Not the police, not the FBI, but us.
That's exactly what worries me.
Well, don't let it worry you. I can take care of myself.
Looks like a garage sale. Hey, Harv, how are you? All right, looking good. Use a 3-iron. Better. Hello, how are you? No, Matt. Don't bother, fellas. I can manage myself. Well, Diana Prince got her message. No thanks to that Farnham kid.
He ID'd you?
No big deal.
Oh. Maybe it's a good thing that you are going to be on field assignment as of this afternoon.
Usual bonus?
15,000.
What am I this time?
You are a disgruntled house painter.
What about the NIM unit?
It is built into these glasses. Here, see?
That should work.
Very nice. Study this. 15,000.
Somebody's out front. They're asking about the Hollenbeck poem.
Police?
No, it's the lady.
Yes, but... Incredible how lifelike she is, isn't it?
Well, I'm not really into statues, Mr. Goring. I'm into crystal, as in Hollenbeck. My employer is ready to pay you $85,000 to take it off your hands. His name is Bob Bertolucci.
Mr. Bertolucci's fondness for fine art is well known. What is not well known is that he went into hiding in Brazil 5 months ago.
Well, you should see his phone bills. I have. Let me see the crystal, Mr. Goring, or are you going to tell me that, you don't have it?
I'll see what I can do. Excuse me.
There's something funny about that girl.
I agree.
Well, then why are you getting the bowl out?
Why not? After all, the poor girl is going to have such a terrible accident on her way home. The crystal! It's been stolen!
Stolen? From you? Your fence.
What is the world coming to?
Nancy is making a phone call to the police, I think. Know what this means, don't you? You're gonna have to walk to the police station.
Surprise! Happy birthday, my sweet.
Ted, oh, Teddy, an original Henry Roberts statue. Oh, I've wanted one ever so long.
I commissioned Henry Roberts personally. I gave him exact specifications. Doesn't it look a bit, familiar?
Why, it's Mr. Bancroft.
Right.
That's just how he looked when I made him do the living room over for the 4th time. He never did get the color right.
Oh, don't you like it?
Oh, I adore it, Daddy. This will be a birthday I shall never forget.
Okay, Ira, this the list you promised me?
Affirmative. It describes 10 art objects, including the bowl, all of which were stolen under suspiciously similar circumstances.
In each case, there are no windows broken, no locks destroyed, no sign of forcible entry at all.
Each case would indicate an inside job.
Yeah. Ira, have you been watching gangster movies again?
Of course not. Only Kojak reruns.
Oh. It looks like the same M.O. was used to steal a painting of a lion worth $90,000, a statue of a goat worth $75,000, a modern art piece, another sculpture. Oh, here's another one.
Affirmative. It is advisable that you investigate the 10th theft, that of the Ram medallion, which occurred last night.
Ira, you took the words right out of my mouth. Here's another word for you. Bye.
Afternoon, Mr. Roberts.
I still have no intention of telling you how I make my statue.
You don't have to. I think I figured out the materials
I
you
don't care.
Well, at least listen and tell me if I'm close.
Lord, what is wrong with you? You seem to speak English, but you do not seem to understand it. I will not tell you.
Hey, no! Hold on a second. Hey! I'm doing a term paper on your statues!
What a pain in the...
Now, Henry. Mr. Farnham's persistence is not to be discouraged. Had he not insisted that Diana Prince accompany him to your opening, you wouldn't be running ahead of schedule.
Do you know how many telephone calls I ignored from him yesterday? 10. 10!
I believe his record is 14.
Oh.
I take it you've acquired the Ram medallion.
How much do we fence it for?
It's worth 100,000 to start at 75. So no less than 60.
Everybody will take care of it.
3 more days, Henry. And then no art piece we acquire will be anything less than priceless.
My birthday. Of all the days some dreadful person could have picked to ruin my life.
We paid $7,428 to install an alarm system in here, and we heard absolutely nothing last night. I never thought I'd hear myself badmouth the free enterprise system, but it does give you pause, doesn't it?
Well, what does really give me pause is that out of a whole room of expensive objects, the Ram medallion was the only thing that was stolen.
It was your cousin Marvin. He stole it. He always had his eye on that medallion.
Now, Pumpkin, please forgive her. She's very upset. Yesterday was her birthday.
Her birthday, yes, I know.
Hello? Well, yes, I suppose. It's for you.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me.
You'd think we were running an answering service.
Trevor.
Steve?
Oh, hi, Diana.
Got anything?
What I've got are no fingerprints, no broken locks or windows, and no $100,000 medallion. How about you?
Well, you know those two men Wonder Woman brought in, Goring's men?
Yeah?
One of them made a deal with the police, fingered a man that he's pretty sure is going to fence the stolen art objects.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, his name is Carmichael Goodman, and he runs an art supply store down on Gaylord.
Well, could be our thief will try to get the medallion to Goodman today. Better keep an eye on him.
Will do.
Oh, Diana, by the way, did you know that Harold Farnham tried to call you 8 times this morning?
That's nothing. His record is 14.
I believe it.
I'll talk to you later, Steve.
Right. Bye.
Oh, Mr. Goodman, you are about to grow another shadow. Looking for Mr. Goodman? Hold it! Stay put, Mr. Goodman.
I'm in trouble. Give me 5 seconds and brief me. Colonel Trevor. Harold Farnham. We met once last year.
Oh, yes, yes. How'd you get up here?
Oh, they gave me clearance downstairs. I told them I'm doing a little business for my father.
I see. Well, Diana isn't here.
Oh, I know. I've been trying to reach her since 8 this morning.
Why don't you leave a note for her downstairs?
I came about something else. Look at this, Colonel.
Romulus and Remus, the 2 Robert statues commissioned by the Italian government? Well, I don't see what this has to do with the IADC.
That's not the point. You see, I'm doing a term paper on Henry Roberts statues.
Try the library.
No, I'm trying to find out exactly what they're made of.
Then ask Henry Roberts.
I have, believe me. You see, I want to take all the information I have, like the picture of the twins here, okay? You got the picture of the fisherman. This is the lady reading a book. Have you seen any of these?
Yes, I've seen them.
Okay, I want to take all the information I've gathered, feed it into your computer, and see if he can come up with what they're made of.
You want to use the computer?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
But Diana said that Ira could figure it out in no time.
Harold, get off my back.
What is that?
That's our roving computer module. Excuse me. Thanks, Rover.
Computer module. Hold on a second.
Rover. Rover, this is Harold Farnham, Senator Farnham's son. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of him around here. I'd like to have you commit his voice pattern to your memory circuit. Say something, Harold.
Hi, Rover. What do you say? What did he say?
No telling. Now, Harold, getting back to the IRAC computer, I'm afraid IADC policy strictly forbids it.
But I know all about computers. I took a course last semester. Key punch, you name it. I know it all.
Harold, that's not the point. The point is that it costs approximately $100 per minute for even me to use it. Now, I couldn't possibly justify you using it to research a term paper, now, could I?
I guess not. Well, thanks, Colonel Trevor.
Harold, I'm sorry. Listen, I'll tell Diana that you were in to see her. She'll be delighted.
Oh, thanks.
Delighted she missed you.
Meep. Rover! This is Harold Farnham.
I know.
Take me to the IRAC computer. Got it?
The IRAC computer?
Yes, take me to the IRAC computer.
Okay, follow me.
The computer's in here?
That's right.
Thanks, Rover. I'll return the favor someday.
Don't mention it.
Meep. Well, I guess there's only one thing left for me to do. Sorry to take my problems out on you, buddy. But if I don't get an A on that term paper, I'll never pledge Pi Chi Psi. Figure the only way to get an A is to find out exactly how you guys are put together. Since nobody will tell me, I'll have to do my own little analysis. Wonder what kind of surgery Marcus Welby'd call this. I didn't. I was just, how did you just... I'll just be leaving if it's all right.
Nothing. Another dead end. All Carmichael Goodman could tell Wonder Woman was that he was going to try to fence the medallion for a man named Ed Epperly.
The man who got away.
I had him checked out with the police and came up with a big fat 0.
So here we are back at square one.
Correction. Here you are back at square one. Me, I'm going home. Somehow, a nice, quiet, boring evening in front of the TV sounds awfully good right now.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Good night.
The lab boys are going to have to do something about your sneak attacks. You got my coffee? Well, what do you have? From Ira, I take it. The IRAC computer must speak with Steve Trevor. Well, you tell your boss I'll be in right after I finish a few things here. Well, go on. Tell him. I'll just bet Ira programmed you not to move unless I came with you. Okay. I'm going to have a real long talk with those lab boys. Okay, Ira, what do you got?
Good morning, Steve Trevor.
Look, Ira, for some reason I haven't had my coffee this morning, so let's dispense with the pleasantries, get down to business.
A matter of great importance has been called to the attention of the IRAC computer by Poli-Sci,
By who?
the police intelligence system. Its computer has recorded another art theft.
Where?
A solid gold statue worth $125,000 was stolen last night from the Putney Museum.
Same MO as the other thefts, I take it?
No broken windows, no signs of forced entry.
Must be an inside job.
Have you been watching gangster movies again, Steve Trevor?
Very funny. I better get Diana over there right away.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
You don't have a mouth. Goodbye. And as for you, coffee, cream, no sugar, 5 minutes. And a half a grapefruit.
What did you do to me?
Suspended your animation, Mr. Farnham, electronically and most effectively. See, all of Henry's so-called statues are, as you were about to discover, flesh and blood individuals, delicately frozen by a minute stream of electrons, controlled by a neuroimpulse modulator developed by that brilliant neurophysiologist, Robert Henderson.
Presently known to his friends as Henry Roberts.
Yeah? Who are you?
Lloyd Moreau, patron of the arts, and soon to be much more.
Yeah, well, look, my father's a senator.
Yes, I've met him. Fine fella.
Well, I've got other connections, too. Mess with me, you mess with the IADC.
That is precisely what I was counting on.
And Diana Prince has even bigger connections. When she figures out which... Huh?
Never you mind, Mr. Farnham, never you mind. That's just what I was hoping to hear, Henry. Let's make sure that Ms. Prince does indeed figure it out, shall we?
I trust you know how to get to the IADC.
Yes, sir.
Put him away.
time runs out at midnight, I'm surprised at you, Miss Prince. If you don't break the cycle soon, you'll never have the chance.
The total value of the stolen artworks is more than $2 million. And if Wonder Woman hadn't recovered that medallion, our thief would be well on his way to making it $3 million.
Yeah, and whoever he is, he's sure eager we don't forget it.
You know, both of his riddles seem to indicate that he's stealing these artworks in some kind of a pattern.
Yeah, well, whatever the pattern is, it's about to end. That's about all we've been able to figure out. Which is why I have no choice but to consult Mr. Personality in here. Care to join me?
Oh, no thanks. I have no desire to make a bad day even worse.
Coward.
Circuits C5 through D7 are overheating.
Oh, come on, Ira. We've not been at it that long.
We have been at it for 2 hours. Diana Prince, I need a loop job.
Okay, we'll go on to something else. What about the second riddle? Why would the thief want to emphasize the word midnight?
Perhaps he was referring to 12 o'clock.
12. He's stolen 11 objects. I'll bet he means the pattern ends with the 12th.
A logical conclusion.
So, now what pattern is composed of 12 elements?
The word chance could be significant.
Chance. Let's see. He's stolen a still life of Scales, a jade scorpion, a mosaic entitled Centaur, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. That's it.
All are symbols of the zodiac.
That's right. And if the last thing he stole was a bull...
Next in sequence would be twins, the symbol for Gemini.
Twins. Romulus and Remus. Those Henry Roberts statues that were supposed to be sent to Rome next month. 10 to 1, they are to be the thief's grand finale. Thank you, Ira. I am off to catch a thief.
A word of caution, Diana Prince. The thief obviously wanted the IADC to reach this conclusion. His or her reasons are still unknown.
Well, I'm aware of that, Ira. That's why I intend to go and be very careful. Bye.
Even Wonder Woman cannot be too careful, Diana Prince.
Okay. What's this all about?
It's about your demise, Wonder Woman. Your carefully planned, eagerly anticipated demise.
Welcome to my museum.
So you lured me here purposely. It was all a plan, the art thefts, the poems.
All were part of an intricate choreography. See, we knew that if we involved the IADC, you would ultimately be involved.
Diana Prince warned me that there was more to all of this than met the eye.
Which is why, upon solving my riddle, she sent you here rather than coming herself with the police. How boringly predictable of her.
Speaking of boring, Why am I here?
You are about to become my latest work of art.
See, several people know that my mentor here plans to open his Putney exhibit by unveiling a statue of Wonder Woman. I shall be there for the unveiling, as will you, Wonder Woman.
This will produce an electrical signal which will place you in a state of suspended animation forever.
Oh, no, thank you. I have two of my own, just like it. After I destroy this, you're going to tell me who you are and where you are.
Wait, Wonder Woman.
Harold?
Mr. Farnham is unable to answer. In fact, right now, Mr. Farnham is unable to do much of anything.
Let him go.
After the NIM unit is placed on your wrist.
Right now.
Right now, I can put an end to all of Mr. Farnham's vital functions. Would you like that, Wonder Woman?
You win.
I won the day I planned this. The rest was simply a matter of time. Now, let's see. Hands on your hips, I think. Yes, that's it. Well, now, smile. Smile the smile you would like to wear through eternity, because wear it through eternity you shall. Henry, say goodbye to the one person in the world that could have stood between us and everything in the world worth stealing.
Yes, they do take rather a long time, but I think it's worth it, don't you? Oh, would you excuse me? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that I am deeply honored that so many of you have chosen to attend this formal opening of my new show. And so, to honor you, my latest and hopefully my best creation. If you please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, may I have your attention? As you know, I have supported Henry's work for 3 years now. Helped him monetarily and spiritually as he struggled to perfect his technique. But whatever debt he may have incurred is now forgotten. For I, through him, have created a masterpiece. His statue captures the very heart and soul of the great lady it depicts, as Wonder Woman herself would have to admit.
Reel him in. What a familiar voice you have, Mr. Moreau.
You tricked me.
Well, I had to find out who you were somehow.
Well, I was sure the modulator would work even on you.
May very well have worked if I hadn't switched it for one of my own bracelets.
Uh-oh. That wasn't part of the choreography.
Neither was your returning Harold Farnham and those other statues to normal. But that's precisely what you're about to do. Shall we?
So Moreau figured out how to combine Robert's knowledge of electronics with his own knowledge of art so they could make a killing. Oops, bad choice of words.
Well, unfortunately, you stumbled onto their plan to remove Wonder Woman.
Hey, you know, one good thing about what those guys did to me is gave me a lot of time to think, which I did. Mostly about us.
Us?
What are you doing tomorrow?
As a knight?
There's a party at this fraternity I'm going to pledge. Near the college.
What?
My term paper. I don't have a topic anymore. It's due in 3 days.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Diana, I'm going to have to go work in that paper tomorrow night.
Hey, listen, I understand.
But I'll make it up to you. I will. I promise.
No hurry, Harold. No hurry.